You wicked kitty. You've been up to mischief all day. You squeaked twice when Dinah washed your face, and you pulled Snowdrop's tail.
What's this horse for? That's the White Knight. He can move 2 squares forward and 1 to the side, or 1 square forward and 2 to the side.
He sort of wiggles.
Well, and he can jump over other pieces.
Then he is a horse.
You're hopeless.
You're horrible. The jest is horrible.
Alice, give me a game.
I know some of the rules, but the pawns muddle me. There are so many, and they're all so useless.
Pawns can be very valuable. Look. It takes 8 squares to cross the chessboard. The pawn starts on the 2nd square. It can start by jumping the 3rd into the 4th. Then it moves 1 by 1 into the 5th, 6th, and 7th. And if it reaches the 8th square, the pawn can turn into a queen.
Oh, that never happens when I play.
You can choose red or white.
No, let's play at pretending we're kings and queens.
We can't. There's only 2 of us.
Well, you can be one queen, and I'll be all the rest. Or we can play I'm a hungry hyena, and you're a bone.
I'm off to bed to read my Tennyson.
Good night, Corinna. Good night, Tennyson. You be the red queen, Kitty. Sit up and fold your arms. Oh, do try. If you're not good, I'll put you through the looking glass house. How would you like that? I've studied that house, Kitty. First, there's the room you see the other side of the glass. Well, just like our drawing room, only the other way round. I can see into their room. I stand on a chair. All but the bit just behind the fireplace. They have books like ours, only the words go the wrong way. I wish I could climb into the looking glass house. Moonlight on the mirror, shining silver eyes, reading on the mirror, once and twice and thrice, and moving to the moonlight on the mirror. Kitty, let's pretend the glass has gone all soft like snow so that we can climb through it. Why? It's turning into a sort of mist now. It should be easy enough to push myself through. Moonlight on the mirror, shining silver eyes, reading on the mirror, once and twice and thrice, and moving to the moonlight Oh, good! I'm in the looking glass house. What fun it'll be when they see me through the glass and can't get at me. Oh, oh, I can't read this. It's some sort of strange language. Oh, of course. It's a looking glass book. If I hold it up to the mirror, the words will unscribble themselves. Jabberwock. It was brilliant. And the slimy toes.
The slimy toes.
The guile and gimple in the way. Oh, mimsy were the bollocks. And the bone outrageous.
Beware the Jabberwock, my son. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. Beware the jump bird and shun the fruitiness bandersnatch.
He took his vorpal sword in hand, long time the banks of foam he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree, and
see where the moral goes, and the walnuts outray. All can see where the moral goes, and the walnuts outray.
Oh, I'd better hurry, or I'd have to go back to the looking glass before I've seen everything. Oh, I'll explore the garden first. I'll run downstairs. Oh. No, all right. Oh, not lying downstairs. Oh, I'd see the garden far better if I walked to the top of that hill. Oh, this path leads straight up. No? Oh, it's more like a corkscrew than a path. Oh, I'm not going indoors yet. That means through the looking glass, back home. That will be an end to all my adventures. Come on, Alice, up the hill you go. Oh. Up and up. Oh, I'll do it this time. Oh. No. Oh. Tiger Lily. Oh, I wish you could talk.
I can! When there's anyone worth talking to,
Are there any people in the garden besides me?
this one other flower that can move about like you.
Another little girl, like me?
She's the same awkward shape, but redder. Here she comes!
Oh, it's the Red Queen from our Chester. Oh, she's grown a lot.
It's the fresh air that does it.
I'll go and meet her.
And I'd advise you to walk away from her.
That's no good. Perhaps if I do try walking away.
Where are you going?
Well,
Look up, speak nicely, and don't twiddle your fingers.
I seem to have lost my way.
What do you mean, your way? All the ways around here belong to me. But why have you come out here? Can't see while you're thinking what to say at the same time.
I only wanted to see into the garden, Your Majesty.
Fancy gardens compared with which it called this a wilderness.
I was trying to reach the top of that hill.
I could show you hills in comparison with which you call that a valley.
Oh, a hill can't be a valley, you know. That would be nonsense.
I've heard nonsense compared with which that would be as sensible as a dictionary.
Oh, what a curious country. All those straight little brooks. And the brown between, divided into squares. Yes, this lads out like a great chessboard. A great, huge game of chess being played all over the world. If this is the world, I wouldn't mind being a pawn if I could join in the game. Of course, I'd really like to be a queen.
Oh, that's easily managed. You'll be the White Queen's pawn. Start in the second square. When you get to the 8th square, then you'll be a queen. Faster! Faster!
I can't go any faster.
Don't try to talk faster!
Oh, we're nearly there.
Nearly there because there are 10 minutes again. Faster! Oh, take a little rest.
What? I don't believe we've been under this tree the whole time.
Why not?
Well, in our country, if you run very fast for a long time, you generally get somewhere else.
Oh, that's a slow sort of country. Hereabouts you have to do all the running you can do to keep in the same place. If you want to get anywhere else, you have to run at least twice as fast.
I'd rather not try. I'm happy to stay here, but I'm hot and thirsty.
I know what you need. Biscuits!
It looks a bit dry.
It's a water biscuit. I can't stop, Your Majesty. The bishops are starving. I've got to take them this sack of ginger beer.
How's the biscuit?
Very refreshing, thank you.
Thirst quenched, I hope, on your way. We'll meet in the 8th square and we'll both be queens together, and it'll all be feasting and fun. Oh, speak in French. When you can't think of the English, but a Victorian shows up when you walk. And remember who you are. Goodbye.
I'll never remember all that. I'll just run down this hill and jump over the first little brook.
came from. The land there was worth £1,000 an inch.
Don't make excuses. You should have bought one from the engine driver.
The man that drives the engine. The smoke alone is worth £1,000 a month.
I don't know what to say.
They're saying nothing at all. Language is worth £1,000 a word.
I'll dream about £1,000 tonight.
You're travelling the wrong way.
A child ought to know which way she's going, even if she doesn't know her own name.
She ought to know her way to be. They think it ought to see the name. She doesn't know her alphabet.
She'll have to go back from here as luggage.
Let's take a return ticket every time the train stops through here.
I shan't. I don't belong to this club like Jenny at all.
Jim's engine.
That sounds like a horse.
Good. There's a route we have to jump over into the fourth square.
I'm not used to trains jumping.
Here we go. End of the line, miss. You'll have to walk on your legs from here, down through that wood where things have no names. I'm off, or I'll miss my train.
It's getting cold and dark. I must keep on to the 8th square. Wood, where things have no names. What happened to my name? I don't want to lose it. Give me another. Probably an ugly one. Oh, it's cool and shady under this. Oh, you know. What does this thing call itself? Oh, I do believe it's got no name. Oh, then it's really happened. Oh, so who am I? Oh, I must remember, I must. Oh, L. I know my name begins with a... Here then.
What do you call yourself?
I wish I knew. Nothing just now. What's your name? That might help.
I'll tell you if you come a little further. I can't remember here. I'm a fawn! I'm a fawn! Oh no, you're a human child!
Goodbye. Didn't want to lose you. Oh, but at least I know my name now. Alice. Alice. I won't forget it again. Oh. To Tweedledum's house. Oh, to the house of Tweedledee. I do believe they live in the same house. I'll call on them, say how do you do, and ask them the way out of the wood.
If you think we're waxworks, you ought to pay. Waxworks weren't made to be looked at for nothing. No how. Contrariwise, if you think we're alive, you ought to speak.
I'm sorry, I can't help it. It's that old song.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee agreed to have a battle. For Tweedledum said Tweedledee, this world is nice to rattle. Just then flew down a monstrous row as black as a tar. Bound his right and both the heroes so they quite forgot their quarrel. Quite forgot their quarrel.
You've begun wrong. The first thing to say is how do you do? And shake hands. Lick it. You up. You like poetry?
Yes? Well, some poetry.
What shall I recite? The walrus and the carpenter is the longest. The sun was shining on the sea, shining.
Could you tell me first which road leads the 5th square?
The sun was shining on the sea, shining. did his very best to make the billows smooth and bright. And this was odd, because it was the middle of the night. The moon was shining sulkily because she thought the sun had got no business to be there after the day was done. It's very rude of him, she said, to come and spoil the fun. The sea was wet as wet could be, the sands were dry as dry. Could not see a cloud because no cloud was in the sky. No birds were flying overhead, there were no birds to fly. Alas, there were no birds to fly. The walrus and the carpenter.
The walrus
And the carpenter
were walking close at hand.
They wept like anything to see such quantities of sand.
If this were only cleared away, they said, it would be grand. If 7 maids with 7 mops swept it for half a year, do you suppose, the walrus said, that they could get it clear?
I doubt it, said the carpenter, and shed a bitter tear.
Oh, oysters! Come and walk with us, and the walrus did beseech. A pleasant walk, a pleasant talk, along the briny beach. We cannot do with more than 4, so give a hand to each.
The eldest oyster looked at him, but never a word he said. The eldest oyster winked his eye and shook his heavy head, meaning to say he did not choose to leave the oyster bed. But 4 young oysters hurried up, all eager for the treat. Their coats were brushed, their faces washed, their shoes were clean and neat. And this was odd, you know, because they hadn't any feet. 4 other oysters followed them, and yet another 4. And thick and fast they came at last, and more and more and more, all hopping through the frothy waves and scrambling to the shore.
The walrus and the carpenter walked on a mile or so, and then they rested on a rock conveniently low, and all the little oysters stood and waited in a row.
But the time has come, the walrus said, to talk of many things, of shoes and ships, and sealing wax, of cabbages and kings, and why the sea is boiling hot, and whether pigs have wings.
But wait a bit, the oysters cried, before we have our chat, for some of us are out of breath, and all of us are fat.
No hurry, said the carpenter.
They thanked him much for that.
A loaf of bread, the walrus said, is what we chiefly need. Pepper and vinegar besides are very good indeed. Now, if you're ready, oysters dear, we can begin to feed.
But not on us, the oysters cried, turning a little blue. After such kindness, that would be a dismal thing to do.
The night is fine, the walrus said. Do you admire the view? It was so kind of you to come, and you are very nice.
The carpenter said nothing but cut us another slice. I wish you were not quite so deaf. I've had to ask you
It
twice.
seems a shame, the walrus said, to play them such a trick, after we'd brought them out so far and made them trot so quick.
The carpenter said nothing but the butter spread too thick.
I weep for you, the walrus said. I deeply sympathize. With sobs and tears he sorted out those of the largest size. Holding his pocket handkerchief before his weeping eyes.
Oh, oysters, said the carpenter, you've had a pleasant run. Shall we be trotting home again?
But answer came there none. And this was scarcely odd, because they'd eaten every one. The carpenter, he ceased to sob, the walrus ceased to weep. They'd finished all the oysters, and they laid them down to sleep. And of their craft and cruelty, the punishment to reap. Behold the ghosts of the young oysters, bent on revenge. The carpenter What do you think he's dreaming about?
Well, nobody can guess that.
Why, about you! If he stopped dreaming about you, where would you be?
Where I am now, of course.
No how, you'd be nowhere. You're only a sort of thing in his dream. If that there king woke up, you'd go out, bang, like a candle.
If I'm only something in his dream, what are you?
Ditto, ditto, ditto.
You wake the king. Oh, it's coming on very dark. Is it going to rain?
Not under here, no how.
But it may out here.
It may, if it chooses. We've no objections. Contrariwise.
Selfish things.
Do you see that? Oh, I knew it. Spoilt, of course.
It's only an old rattle.
It's not old, it's new, I tell you. I bought it yesterday. My nice new rattle! You agreed to have a battle only if she helps us dress up. All these things has to go on somehow.
Come on then.
The bolster goes round my neck to keep my head from being chopped off. You know it's one of the most serious things that can possibly happen in a battle, to get your head chopped off. You can watch the fight, but you better not come too close. I hit everything I can see when I get excited. And I hit everything within reach whether I can see it or not.
You must hit the trees pretty often.
I don't suppose there'd be a tree left standing by the time we finished.
Oh, I wish that monstrous crow would come. Oh, that big fat cloud's travelling fast. I think it's got wings.
It's the crow! The crow!
It can't get me here. Oh, but those great rings are stirring up a hurricane. Oh, and then somebody's shot. Oh, may I help you? Oh, everything's crooked, and she's all over pins.
I don't know what's the matter with that shawl. I've pinned it here and I've pinned it there, but there's no pleasing it.
What a state your hair is in.
My hairbrush got tangled up in it and my comb vanished again.
That's better, but you really need a lady's maid.
The job's yours. Tuppence a week and jam every other day.
I don't want a job, and I don't like jam.
It's very good jam.
Well, I don't want any today.
You couldn't have it if you did. The rule is jam tomorrow and jam yesterday, but never jam today.
It must sometimes come to jam today.
No, it's jam every other day. Today isn't any other day.
Very confusing.
That's the effect of living backwards. Makes you a bit giddy at first.
Living backwards?
But there's one great advantage. Your memory works both ways.
Mine only works one way. I can't remember things before they happen.
That's a poor sort of memory.
What do you remember best?
Things that happened the week after next. My finger's bleeding!
What's the matter? Have you pricked your finger?
Not yet, but I'm just going to. Ow! 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 As soon as I try to fasten my shawl
Oh,
again.
no, take care.
Ow!
Crooked.
Ow!
Do his
Ow! Ow! The pin! That explains the bleeding. That's the way things happen here.
Why don't you scream now the pins pricked you?
I don't know why screaming. Why do it again? Oh, there goes my shawl again. I'll pin it on again. All by myself. Well, that's much better. Much better. Much better. What do you want to buy?
I don't know yet. I'd like to look around your shop first.
You can't look all around you unless you've got eyes in the back of your head.
How can she knit with so many needles? She looks like a woolly porcupine.
Can you row?
A little, but not on land. And not with needles.
Feather. Feather your arm, or you'll catch a crab. Feather?
What? Feather? I'm not a bird.
You're a little goose.
Ow! Oh! Ow! Oh!
You're called a fine crab. Now, what do you want to buy?
Oh, I'd like to buy that egg, please.
5 farthing.
There you are.
comes into people's hands, that would never do. You must get it for yourself.
If I'm going to reach that egg, I'll have to jump this little brook. It can't be anyone else. Humpty Dumpty, and he's exactly like an egg.
It's very provoking to be called an egg. Very.
I said you looked like an egg, sir. Well, some eggs are very pretty.
Some people have no more sense than a baby.
Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty Dumpty together again. That last line's too long for the song.
Don't stand there moaning to yourself. State your name and business.
My name is Alice.
That's a stupid name. What does it mean?
Well, must the name mean something?
Of course! My name means the shape I am, and a good, handsome shape too. With a name like yours, you might be any shape, almost.
Why do you sit up there all alone?
Because there's nobody with me. Ask me another.
Wouldn't you be safe from the ground? It's a very high wall.
What incredibly easy riddles you ask. If I ever did fall off, which couldn't happen, but if I ever did fall, the king promised me, you may well turn pale, the king promised me, with his very own mouth, to
send all of his horses and all of his men.
That's too bad! You've been listening at doors, behind trees, down chimneys, otherwise you couldn't have known that.
Well, I read it in a book.
That must have been a book called Great Events in English History. Take a good look at me. I am one that has spoken to a king, I am. Perhaps you may never see such another. But to show you I am not proud, you may shake hands with me.
Oh. Well, what a beautiful belt you're wearing. At least, what a beautiful bow tie. No belt, I mean, I wish I knew which was neck and which was waist.
It is a most provoking thing when a person doesn't know a bow tie from a belt.
It's very ignorant of me.
It's a bow tie, my child! A cravat, and a beautiful one, as you say. It was a present from the White King and Queen. They gave it me for an unbirthday present.
Oh, what's an unbirthday present?
A present given when it's not your birthday, of course.
I like birthday presents best.
Ha! How many days in a year?
365.
So, there are 364 days when you might get un-birthday presents, and only one for birthday presents. Ha! There's glory for you.
I don't know what you mean by glory.
I meant there's a nice knockdown argument for you.
Glory doesn't mean nice knockdown argument.
When I use the word, it means just what I choose it to mean, neither more nor less.
You're very clever at explaining words.
I'm even better at poetical singing if it comes to that.
It needn't come to that.
This piece was written entirely for your amusement.
Thank you.
In winter when the fields are white, I sing the song for your delight. In spring when woods are getting green, I'll write and tell you what I mean. In summer when the days are long, and you understand the song. In autumn when the leaves are brown, and the thing can write it down. I send a message to the fish, I tell the fish is what I wish. The little fish's answer said an answer back to me. The little fish's answer was, we cannot do it because I said to them again to say, it will be better to obey. The fish's answer with a grin, my bloody temper you are in. I told them once, I told them twice. They would not listen to advice. I took the kettle down and blew it for the deed I had to do. My heart went pop, my heart went thump. I told the kettle and the hum. Someone came to me and said the little fishes aren't dead. I took a corkscrew from the shelf. I tried to wake them up myself. But when I found the door was locked, I pulled and pushed and kicked and knocked. When I found the door was shut, I tried to fill the handle, but
Is that all?
that's all. Goodbye.
Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty
Horses and men, I've sent them all. Did you happen to hear any soldiers just now?
Yes, I did. Several hundred, I should think.
4,207 precisely, not counting my 2 messengers. Look down there, tell me if you see them.
I see nobody on the road.
I only wish I had such eyes to be able to see nobody.
There goes somebody now, but he's very slow, and he makes very curious attitudes.
Not at all. He's an Anglo-Saxon messenger. Those are Anglo-Saxon attitudes. He only does them when he's happy. His name is Aya. My other messenger's called Hartar. I must have 2, one to come and one to go. Aya, who did you pass on the road? Nobody. Quite right. This young lady saw him too. What's happening in town?
I'll whisper it. They're at it again!
Call that a whisper? Do it again and I'll have you buttered.
Who's at it again?
The Lion and the Unicorn!
The lion and the unicorn were fighting for the crown. The lion leads the unicorn all around the town. Some gave a white bread, some gave a brown, some gave a brown, gave a golden out of time. From the nuts of the town.
Are they fighting for the crown now?
Yes, and the joke is, it's my crown. Here they come. What a glorious fight.
That's the other messenger, Hartar. He's only just out of prison. He hadn't finished his tea when he was sent in, poor chap.
Hartar, how are they getting on the fight?
They're getting on very well. They've both been knocked down about 8 to 7 times.
Somebody on one bread and somebody on brown bread.
What you've never asked.
Refreshment time! They won't fight any more today. Go order the drums.
Drums? Oh, drums!
I had the best of it this time.
Just about. But you're not running through with your horn.
Get Digna Helton.
What is this?
A child. We found it today, large as life and twice as natural.
A child? I always thought they were fabulous monsters. Is it alive?
It can talk.
Talk, child.
I always thought unicorns were fabulous monsters. I never saw a live one before.
Well, now that we've seen each other, if you'll believe in me, I'll believe in you. Is that a bargain?
Yes.
What's this then?
It's a fabulous monster.
Oh, nice to meet you, monster.
We could have a bonny fight for that crown now.
I'd win easy.
I'm not so sure.
I'd beat you all round the town. Corkscrew head. Corkscrew head.
All around the town. Did you go by the old bridge or the marketplace? You get the best view by the bridge.
Dunno. Too much dust to see.
Get your hair cut, you overgrown pussycat.
I'll squash your bagpipes. Know what I mean?
I wish those drummers would start.
That'll run them out of town.
I said, no man.
She's my prisoner. So she was, but then I rescued her. We must fight for her then. You'll observe the rules of battle, of course. I always do.
This must be the 7th square.
So you will, when you've crossed the next brook. I'll see you safe to the end of this wood, then I must go back. That's the end of my move.
Thank you. May I help you up with your helmet?
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Ah. Ah, I see you're admiring the White Knight box. It's my own invention to carry clothes and sandwiches. I fixed it upside down so the rain can't get in.
But things can drop out. Did you know the lid's open?
I hadn't realized. Everything's fallen out. An empty White Knight box is no use. Aha! Can you guess why I did that? In hopes that bees will make a nest in it. Then I can collect the honey. It's best to be ready for everything. That's why my horse wears anklets.
Oh, what are they for?
To guard against the bites of sharks. It's an invention of my own. And now I'll ride with you to the end of the wood.
Good.
What? Oh dear.
Dear.
Oh. Perhaps I'll walk with you. I'm a great hand at inventing things. Now, the cleverest thing I ever did invent was a pudding.
Did it taste good?
I don't believe that pudding was ever cooked. And yet it was a very clever pudding.
What did you mean it to be made of?
Oh, it began with blotting paper.
Ah, that wouldn't be very nice, I'm afraid.
Not on its own, but mixed up with other things, such as gunpowder and sealing wax. And now I must leave you. Oh, you are sad. Let me sing a song to comfort you.
Is it very long?
It's long, but it's very, very beautiful. Everybody that hears me sing it, either it brings the tears into their eyes, or else
what?
Or else it doesn't. You know. The name of the song is called Haddock's Eyes.
Oh, that's the name of the song, is it?
No, you don't understand. That's what the name is called. The name is really The Aged Man. And the tune's my own invention. I'll tell thee everything I can, as little to relate. I saw an aged man a-sitting on a gate. Who are you, aged man? I said, and how is it you live? And his answer trickled through my head like water through a sieve. Good sir, I look for butterflies that sleep among the wheat. I make them into mutton pies and sell them in the street. I sell them unto fearless men who sail on stormy seas. And that's the way I get my bread, a trifle, if you please. But I was thinking of a plan to dye one's whiskers green, and always use so large a fan that they could not be seen. So having no reply to give to what the old man said, I cried, "Come tell me how you live," and thumped him on the head. I hunt for Haddock's eyes among the heather bright, and work them into waistcoat buttons in the silent night. These I do not sell for gold or coin of silvery shine, but for a copper halfpenny, and that will purchase 9. I sometimes take for buttered rolls, or set-lined twigs or crabs. I sometimes search the grassy knolls for wheels of handsome cabs. That's the way between ourselves by which I get my well, and very gladly will I drink your honour's noble health. I heard him then, for I had just completed my design to keep the men I bridged from rust by boiling it in wine. I thanked him much for telling me the way he got his wealth, but chiefly for his wish that he might drink my noble health. And now, if e'er by chance I put my fingers into glue, or madly squeeze a right-hand foot into a left-hand shoe, or if I drop upon my toe a very heavy weight, I weep, for it reminds me so of that old man I used to know, whose look was mild, whose speech was slow, whose hair was whiter than the snow, whose face was very like a crow, with eyes like cinders all aglow, who seemed distracted with his woe, rocked his body to and fro, and muttered mumblingly and low, as if his mouth were full of dough, who snorted like a buffalo that summer evening long ago, sitting on a gate. You've only a few yards to go. Down the hill and over that little brook, and then you'll be a queen. But you'll stay and see me off first. I shan't be long. Would you wait and wave your handkerchief when I get to that turn in the road? I think it would encourage me.
Of course. Thank you for coming so far. And for the song. I liked it very much.
I hope so. But you didn't cry as much as I thought you would.
There he goes. Goodbye, gentle knight. I hope I encouraged him. And now for the last brook.
To the looking glass world, it was Alice who said, "Receiver in hand, I look round on my head. Let the looking glass creatures, whatever they be, come and dine with the red queen, the white queen, and the queen." Fill up the glasses as quick as you can, and sprinkle the table with buttons and bran. Put cats in the coffee, and mice in the tea, and round the river it's the 30 times
30 times 3 makes 90. I wonder if anyone's counting.
Oh, looking glass creatures, said Alice Cornelius, it's an honor to see me, a favor to kiss, it's a privilege I to have dinner and tea, along with the red queen, the white queen, and the bee. Then fill up the glasses with treacle and glee, or anything else that's pleasant to drink. Take sand with the cider and pull with the wine, and welcome Queen Alice in our tea time now.
What's this? This is grand. I never expected to be a queen so soon. Please, could you tell me, is the game over now?
Speak when you're spoken to. Always speak the truth. Think before you speak, and write it down afterwards, child.
Oh, I'm a queen now. Don't call me a child.
Which reminds me, we had such a thunderstorm last Tuesday. Part of the roof came off and ever so much thunder got in, and it went rolling round the room in big lumps, knocking over the tables. I was so frightened I could not remember my own name. She's feverish after so much thinking. Pat her on the head, see how pleased you'll be. I'm so sleepy. Oh, poor thing. Smooth her hair and sing her a soothing lullaby. Like this. Ah, shall I lay thee in Alice's lap till the feast ready, we've time for a nap. When the feast's over, we'll go to the ball. Red queen and white queen and Gladys and all. Red queen and white queen and Gladys and all.
The looking glass! Welcome home, your red and white majesties. Don't purr too loudly, or you'll wake your mother. Look, Kitty. Look, Snowdrop. The red and white queens. That's who you were in my dream. Was it my dream? Perhaps the Red King dreamed it. He was part of my dream, of course. But I was part of his dream, too. Tell us a story. Please, Mr. Dodgson. Tell us a story with plenty of nonsense in it.
I told you one story already today. That's all. Till next time.
Oh, but it is next time. Well, Mr. Dodgson,
Alice.
I wish you could write out Alice's adventures for me.
I don't know if I can.
Of course you can. Will you?
I will try, Alice. I will try.
Thank you.
A boat under a summer sky, lingering onward dreamily on a quiet river in July. In an autumn afternoon, and three sisters are whispering stories of bright imagining. As we close towards the evening, all in a northern loves the spring, and the shining tones decline and kindle in the way. A northern love, the busy world of Holocaust, and the grass and play. All in a northern afternoon. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder what you're at.